Let me check the timer on here. Well, have fun, Obzen. No, wait, I retract that. Go to hell, Obzen. Nobody wants you here anymore. Go! Get out of here! Go play your Monster Hunter game. I pressed the PS button. Correction, mine is counting down at 6 hours and 59 minutes. And my stream's just dying. Oh, fuck you, PS4. I think it's downloading it. I have to turn my PS4 off real quick. Of course, this TV takes like 10 seconds to turn on. Okay, we should be good to go now. You want to torture us? Yeah, so mine still has a 7-hour countdown. That's fine. I want to play this game right now, actually. Because the Voltas. Alright, so I'm going to make like this is for YouTube, because it's going to probably end up on YouTube. So we're going to start with a description of the Voltias, and then we're going to go into the game with the Voltias. So...
For the kin, for the bloodline.
Okay, so, Volters. They were in Endless Space 1 as a DLC faction. They were in Endless Legend as a starting faction. The Volters are kind of the face of the Endless Universe. They have now officially been in every game, and their story is interlinked with all of the games, because Dungeon of the Endless, which is like the prequel to everything, details how the ship that the original Volters, some Mazare, crash landed on Auriga, the planet in Endless Legend, and how they had to escape from the vaults. So, Endless Legend had them as a playable faction, and they were like this. They had like a mining thing, and they were science-y. Yeah, Dungeon of the Endless, the roguelike, that is actually a prequel to Endless Legend. And it details how the Argosy crash-landed on... I don't think it was the Argosy. Maybe it was the Argosy. Crash-landed on Auriga, and the characters in that are sort of the progenitors of the Volters as a group. So the Volters were kind of like the science-y race in Endless Legend. They had some strategic resource things as well. They were my favorite in that game. They were my favorite in Endless Space. They're sort of like a defense-oriented space science Viking people. So, their trait is called metafolding. Every colony can build a portal that permits instantaneous travel to any other gate in the Empire. Ships will automatically use gates to plot the most efficient route between any two systems. You can build portals, take about 3 turns, and anytime you have a colony with a portal and a colony with another portal, you can instantly travel between them, no matter the distance. This by default uses up all the movement points on a fleet, but it is incredibly valuable for playing that defensive game. This allows the Volters to have, like, say, 2 to maybe 3 fleets and defend all of their holdings everywhere. The Volter people have a plus 20 damage done to attackers during ground battle feature. What this does is if your systems are attacked, your Vaulter populations just add damage on to whatever damage is being dealt to the attackers. They also provide +1 science per pop, and their political opinion leans science. We're scientists from the get-go. We'll go into that when we get in the game. Same thing with Federation. Federation is a weaker government type. Might want to change it later. So, our faction traits. Sisters of Mercy are our secondary group of people with us. They, again, have that damage to attacker done during ground battle feature, and they provide approval per pop, but they're religious. And religious is not something I really want in the Empire as a whole, so we'll maybe not want to have them multiply as much. Sisters of Mercy were a minor faction in Endless Legend. You could pick them up, and they provided, I think it was health regen if you assimilated them. So we have the faction trait Involuntary Nomads. We start the game with a super colonizer ship on a special node, the Lodestone of the Nine. Our super colonizer ship is the Argosy. And the Argosy, we only have, as the Vaulters, one colony ship. We cannot produce more. We have to wait for the Argosy to resupply, refuel, and re-ready itself for us to get a second, third, fourth, etc. planets. However, we immediately settle as a colony. We don't go through the outpost system, so we don't have any slowdown whenever we start a colonizing action on a planet. Now, to make up for the fact that we have a colony ship, we get this bonus for a certain number of turns to that colony, and this bonus is called a Golden Age. And what this does is it provides 25 FIDs and then +5 influence on that system for a number of turns. The number of turns increases based on how long it's been since your previous colonization. This bonus is quite substantial, and it sort of kickstarts a colony. If you have it lasting longer, obviously the better. This is great for throwing in like a starter piece of tech or two. Hey, Nano Ninja, and getting that starter tech built really quickly, in addition to the other bonuses it provides. We have material expertise. We can use strategic resources for system development upgrades. I will go into this when we get into the game. This is possibly the most powerful feature of the Vaulters, and it's the one I'm going to build for initially. Basically, instead of using the luxury resources, we have the option to use strategics like them for modernization levels, and they are really powerful. We have the Corsair's trait. Privateer's action is improved and is unlocked from the start. Ships can be disguised as pirate ships. So what we can do is we can disguise our ships as privateers and basically make them seem like they're factionless. I don't know the value of this trait yet, but it's supposed to support the idea of the Vaulters being space science Vikings. We have the Black Thumb 2 negative faction trait, so we just produce less food on systems. This is sort of a holdover from Endless Space 1, which was a feature they had there. And this just means our populations grow a slight bit slower, and I might actually have to invest in a food tech in order to keep things sort of barreling along. For, as Jin says, breed the meat bags. So to get my meat bags breeding, we might actually need to research some food tech here. Core worlds, +10 on systems while under the colonization threshold. This is, I think, part of the involuntary nomads thing, and it's just specifically pointing out that our systems get approval while the Golden Age is going on, or so that's how I interpret that. We have the xenobiology and rare earth forms technologies unlocked. This gives us public-private partnerships out of the gate, and we can colonize tundras, we can colonize Mediterraneans, and we get the debris analyzer support module. Rare earth forms is not that great, in my opinion. Xenobiology is that great, especially for us, since we are a science people. Our ships, these are our basic ships, and then we have our bigger ships, and then we have the Spear class, which you can see right here. These are Vaulter ships. This big ring ship is the Argosy, that's our colonizer. Got some smaller ships here, and this is our big old carrier craft. You should absolutely, Obzen, name your character Jojo. I actually haven't played Dungeon of the Endless. So yeah, Vaulters. So we're gonna have 7 other random groups here. 8 competitors, including me. We're going to set the game difficulty to serious. This is what happened with what we did with the Riftborn when we lost. And by the way, that Riftborn game, I think I'm going to go back into it on Sunday off stream and record myself beating that game from the, like, the save we did at the middle. Yes, the Vaulters are the DLC. There are also some things with doing politics with pirates, which I hope to do too. I think the Vaulters actually have an achievement related to it. Okay, so this game, we're going to have the unique random on. Minor civilization stuff is set to normal. We've got all the normal stuff here. I will keep score victory on. We're going to keep all the victories on. Even though I do think economic is a little broken, we're still going to keep the victories on. Our galaxy stuff, we're going to do a spiral 8. Huge. Medium density. Well, we'll keep it at a medium density. We'll keep the many constellation size. So our age is going to be normal. Node connectivity is going to be normal. Though, yeah, we'll make it normal. Everything is pretty much normal. Yeah, I think we'll just be normal. It's a pretty normal setup. Everything is normal, except the game difficulty's ramped up 2 steps. So, when I hit start here, the prologue is gonna be a little quiet. So just be aware of that. I will let it play out though, because it's still pretty cool. I could jump my volume way up, but I don't want to blow out my eardrums or your guys' eardrums on either side of the prologue. So yeah, just, it's going to be really quiet. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to hear it, but I'm going to let it play out regardless. I want this as a wallpaper, by the way. I might even go as far to search for this resource in the game files if they don't make it an actual wallpaper of it. I just realized I have to change some settings real quick. I'm not social eating anymore. Nope, can't even hear that. Sorry about that, everyone. Check my volume up, come on.
The Vaulters are...
Okay, there's the center. Just gotta get that in reference. Okay, Edisur is the close planet. Boreal, bunch of Terrans and an Arctic. I actually like that. Jadonix I like. Eden Incense is okay. There's a lot of it there. This is a special planet. Sahar. which didn't get an intro. And Tylus. It's kind of meh. Okay. So we're going to take Edisur. We'll go with the Boreal for that extra bit of science. Very quickly assign Petrov. Drone networks in 3 is not bad. We found dusticious trees and blue mold, so that means we saw more planets, right? No? Okay, we didn't. Alright, so, same plan. We're gonna send some probes out. And we'll probe these 2 locations. No strategics. Oh, there's titanium. Okay, so how long will it take you to get this? 3 turns. Fine with that. We're gonna edit our ship again. The guns and armor off there. Why am I getting a phone call? Oh no, that was someone messaging me on Discord, I think. Probably Cavo? No. Okay, never mind. My phone just vibrated for no reason. Alright, so that's our basic prober. We need the cub back. So, laser, armor, double move. And we need a scout. Movement, probe, done. Okay. Then we refit this guy. And we will probe 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. My phone is sentient. I must destroy it. Alright, research cube. Bing, bang, boom. There we go. Oh yeah, we want the Toys for Boys. And turn. So let's grab our scout ship and head towards the ass end of our galactic arm, because our probes are going all out in the front. Ooh, what are you? Farver. Holy crap, that's a lot of industry. So I do want to pick up Farver then, eventually, because it's going to be really good for that. That's an okay industry place, but it's only 3 planets. That'll be a great shipyard, because it's also near the center. Which means when I'm not portaling around, we can actually go in there. We need that Hyperium, though. It's okay to not have those resources immediately. I was more ticked in that last game that we had just shitty systems all around us. Oops. Off-click the game. Found black holes. Black holes are great, by the way. They're just pure science. The only problem is these are all very far away from things. So Muzius looks to be another industry-heavy world. It is. That's fine. Our quest comes in, and we read the quest already, so I don't need to read it again. I'm still gonna do... Oh, Spuds! That's way better! Oh, but it's Hyperium, too. So, yeah. Oh, Zvali are good. I like Zvali. Pragmatists, VR amateurs. Good for approval rating. Anyway, I'll point this out, that the Vultures... Thank you, game. The Vultures... oh, it's Dusticious trees this time. Because, of course, it's not the same thing. So, I can sell those, though. but this is Hyperium. Here, wait, let me look around some more. Wow, thanks, game. You know, I'm considering turning these down. I really don't like them that much. I'm not seeing Hyperium anywhere, so I think we're going to have to go for building defensive structures. Let me just see what we got for that, because we can immediately do Big Data Shipyards and Budokai Bunkers. And if we do 2 worlds with each of those, I think we can pull that off. Or I could just build 4 science things, which is the natural course of the game for me. And I get 100 super spuds that I can sell off later. I mean, both are fine, and I don't think it influences part 2. God damn it. This is spectacularly pointless, by the way. And so I'm considering taking them out of the game. Let's go for the defensive structures. The disappearance of Outbot is a worry, but things must be dealt with in turn. You must first assure your own survival before we can seek Outbot for our lost kin. Yeah, Zvali, I'll first contact them. I do really want them, I think, in my empire. Their system is kind of meh, but they're good. Oh, and what do we got here again? So it's lavas, arids, and a gas. So we do want to colonize arid a little early. So colonize arid is of course not on the free move, but that is science structures. But since I am doing I think I will pick those up very early as well. Okay, and turn 5. Eder. So we find the Eder. Temperate factions provide more dust. They provide dust. They're dust. First contact them. I don't mind dust races, but I want a science. We want science. FOD, what do you provide? Lots of industry. So, not a lot of sciencey planets around here. Not a lot of sciencey systems. We're about to see what's over here still. Alright, so Edisur is now colonized that, so we have titanium coming in at 3 per turn. We're gonna Xeno-Industrial Infrastructure next. Oh, by the way, portals require 5 Hyperium and Titanium too. So I'm kind of like, gotta get the Hyperium and Titanium. And we're gonna load in a scout ship after that. Because we, as Vaulters, have to explore. Oh, let's get the Argosy out here. The Argosy can get around this corner really quickly. Argosy has a speed of 11. That means it moves incredibly quickly. Yeah, the reason I stopped... Oh, that's another minor faction. The Hisso. So, we have a more militaristic arm now. So they're warmongers. So they provide more manpower. They have a hunting culture, so weapon modules are increased by 20% when you get that trait. And I believe that is system defense on sterile. All right, let's get these guys going down here, and we'll have the Argosy pass on through that system. So far, Farver is the only thing that's really attractive to me right now. So we are going to pick up the, again, half Hyperium, half Titanium on system, or an Empire. Okay, Rassam, hot garbage, and Alcyon is kind of a tiny industry place. Not full industry, though. That's unfortunate. Oh, God damn it. You know when I'm whispering God damn it to myself, things don't look as good. Alright, so we're going to get the Argosy up to Farver. That's 4 turns. We're going to pick up Colonize Arid, so we can pick that system up. Actually, can we just jump to Colonize Lava? 17 turns. We cannot. So yeah, that'll go in at the same exact time. And then actually, I know I want the off-world agribusiness next. Then we'll do our defensive structures thing. Cat Joe. So let's move up. Let's move over to Lupus. And I'm going to launch probes from Lupus and see what happens. They have Hyperium. That's important. My next free colonization is in 5 turns. Perfect. Because they'll get there in 4 turns. And they can colonize the very next turn for free. Okay, you guys. Yeah, my cat's still gonna be Uber. I'll make sure he looks like Uber too. Sisters of Mercy increased, that's okay. We have 3 turns. Wow, that was faster than 4 turns, it seems, to get over there. At least this place will have a 15-turn golden age. Okay. We're okay. Muzius is our pirate location.
Speak. Yeah.
It's a little bit of positron in a couple turns. Hey, Telomere. I have not tried the Airbillions. Oh, I can do this. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's pick up the one with all of the one with the not super negative irradiated landscape. So Xeno Industrial will just click in immediately. My probe ship will take way too long to get over here. So let's make... Oh, we're making a scout ship. That scout ship should be able to get over there. Did I actually analyze anything? I don't think I did.